Hi guys, welcome to Tea Time with Vincent. I'm Vincent, and today I'm going to be um, doing a little bit of a more of a show than anything. What I mean by that is I'm going to be showing you some things. Uh, Kathy over at Totally Kathy, we've talked a little bit, and I had mentioned my art, and she said she would really like to see it, so I promised her at one point I would showcase my art. Now, that's what I'm going to do. What I'm going to show you, I used to have a lot more of my art um, than I do now. A lot of it has been lost due to fires or, just having to leave where I was quickly. So I don't have as much of my art as I used to, so I don't really have like a gauge of like how I used to be compared to now as far as my improvement. So I apologize for that. I but before I show off some stuff, you guys are gonna hear neighbors. The walls are thin. Sorry. So I've always been an art person. Even at a young age, art was my thing. I was always drawing, I was always coloring. At like age, I think it was like 6 or 7, and my sister always poked fun at me about this later on, that I drew a horse that was anatomically correct at like age 7. So, I mean, I've been into art for a long time, and then in like high school, it like really blossomed. Well, no. I would say middle school it blossomed, and then high school it just got better from there. Um, of course, nearer my adult life, when I decided that I wanted to do graphic design, I was told that wasn't a real job and I should just not go to school and just go into factory work and blah, blah, blah. And of course, I kind of listened to that voice. In my head and in my real life telling me this crap. So I kind of, left my art behind and I've kind of come back to it in recent years. So let's see. I need to find some of the older art that I have done to 2 or 3 less recent pieces. Um, so the first two I'm going to show you I did back in 2009 um, during my stay at a domestic abuse shelter. I was bored. I was looking through magazines, and I decided I was going to take poses from those magazines and just go with them. So, and I don't know how well these are going to show up. There's that one. I consider these both fairies. That's what I called them when I drew them, and that's what I'm sticking to. These are in sheet protectors, so I apologize for the glare. There's that one. And then this one was back in, I wrote the year and my initials really, really tiny, so I'm actually trying to see. I apologize. This one was back in 2013. And this one's a bit graphic, so forewarning, here it comes. Hubby's blowing his nose. This one's a little harder to see. This is all just pencil. That's a, oh my god. maybe if I take it out of this one's a little harder to see. There we go. You can kind of tell. This is a harpy in like a jungle setting. So her arms fan out into wings. Her feet are bird feet. And of course, she's naked because she is a wild mythical creature. So again, if that's not your thing, I apologize, but it's my art and I'm showcasing it. If you're able to, just kind of ignore the nudity. I mean, she's just standing there. She is free. Can you get back in there, please? She's free. Okay, so and now I'm going to show pieces that were hanging on the wall, but we moved rooms with our son, so they haven't been put back up yet. We switched rooms with our kid. For reasons. Mainly people on the back porch disturbing his sleep at night. So we moved his room and we took that room. So this is usually above my husband's altar. And again, I'm just going to take these out of the sleeves. Glare is a pain. So I have Elder Futhark runes representing Odin. And I drew Odin again. That's really hard to see because it's in pencil and it's kind of light. And then over here is the goddess Freya and her rune. And then the god Thor and his rune. That hangs on the wall at my husband's altar. It's a pain to get these back in there. So like 10 minutes of this video is going to be me struggling to put things back into sleeves. Oh well. I want to put them back in because I don't want cats going after them. Because my cats are butt heads. And then I have two pieces that hang over my altar. I did mine in color because I preferred color. Hubby wanted pencil. So this is Baba Yaga, and these are again Elder Futhark runes, and they spell out Baba Yaga. I did this one. I went online and I looked for inspiration, and I did take another artist's rendition, and I changed it up a little bit. Of course, it's not as good as what the original artist did. Theirs was digitally created. Mine is drawn, and I don't remember what she had in her hand here in the original art, but I made it harvest grain because in Lithuanian Slavic lore, she was a crone goddess of harvest, among other things. Also, my color scheme is a lot different, and I think I made her look at least a little less scary than what the original artist had done. And then the other one that hangs above my altar is this rendition of the god Pan. I, again, went online and looked. And what I found was basically coloring book pages. And one that I found was more like a very, very basic outline, not even a full outline. So all the detail in this is my detail. And what's funny is, and hubby has mentioned this too, that my rendition of Pan looks very much like hubby when he has his full beard and hair. Hubby is looking at me funny, so I'm showing him again because it hasn't been hanging on the wall for a while. I think he's coming over to show you guys what he looks like now. He's bald now. I'm mad about baldness. I have nothing to play with anymore. I have nothing to play with anymore.
It's the beard.
I don't like pulling on people's beards. I don't like messing with people's beards. Okay. Get out of here. No, I'm not that mean. I'm not. Am I, honey? Am I mean?
Not normally.
No, I'm not mean. I goof off and I play mean, but I'm not mean. I'm a good person. At least I like to think so. People tell me I'm a good person. So then, now, I have this puppy, and this was given to me by hubby for Christmas / Yule last year. It was last year, right? Yeah, it was last year. I haven't had this long. So there's not a lot in it. Like, really, not a lot. I also got soft pastels that year. So that is literally what I've been working with is pencil and charcoal and soft pastels. This was the very first piece that I did in this sketchbook, representing my transness. And then I kind of did a thing where I asked people, I said, hey, I got a new sketchbook. What do you guys want me to draw? Because I had no inspiration. So, random owl. And I believe this was a great northern owl that I went onto Google Images and I was like, owls! And that's what popped up. And I said, ooh, I want to do that. A fall field like landscape. Again, my art is maybe not the best, but I like my art. Other people like my art, so. A manatee for Amy Adventures. She is, oops. It would help if I maybe held the thing. Amy Adventures loves manatees. They are her favorite. So I did this for her. It's kind of hard to see in the camera, but I have green swirlies. I did little green spirals around it. This is just a reference page for me. I did horns and antenna for like fantasy art. I think I'll go in here. Yeah, I don't have much. I did a phoenix cane idea because I would like to be able to whittle, so I would like to eventually make this into an actual cane that I carry around. Let's see if I can't get it to, there we go. That's a phoenix. And then after that is another phoenix in full color. I did a mix of soft pastel and marker with this one to bring out the colors a little more. Excuse me. I'm obsessed with the phoenix. Literally obsessed. That is my favorite mythical animal. And then tried my hand at gargoyle. I really wish my camera was better quality. My laptop was better quality, but it's not. And then my child wanted me to draw a My Little Pony, so I drew a My Little Pony. He's a witch, My Little Pony. His little cutie mark is the pentacle with a little witch hat on it. So I did that, and that's marker and pen. And then I have more reference pages, if you can see, just references for like cartoon uh, body outlines for men and women. And then comic me, because why not? What am I even doing? That is me on a daily basis. What am I even doing? Um, Hubby says, sure wish he knew. Do you wish you knew what I was doing or what you were doing?
What anybody was doing.
I don't think any of us knows what we're doing. Me again. Just because I wanted to do a webcomic series, but I don't have the stuff to do it. But yeah, and then I was doing like, see, I did like my first page, like the character introduction. So there's me. Well, at the time I was Jules. I really wish these would come in better. Just random facial expressions and head positions. I really wish these came in better. And that's it. That's literally all I have in here, and that kind of makes me sad. I don't have the time to draw more. I need to make some time to draw some more and do some more art because I love my art. It's therapy for me. Um,
Did you mention the scare we had?
oh yeah, I didn't mention the scare we had. So I was getting ready to do this video, guys. Okay, when I say that art is my therapy, I'm not kidding. Um, I was getting ready to do this video. I was setting everything up. I had the stuff from the walls already out, and I was like, okay, I need to get my sketchbook because that has like the most recent stuff in it. So I go over to where it normally is, and it's not there. And I'm like, where is it? So I'm looking in drawers and like behind the couch where it normally is, and looking in our room, it's not there. And I start having a panic attack. I am literally having a panic attack because this is a hardly used sketchbook. And again, art is my therapy, so I am literally freaking out. Where's my therapy? Where's my sketchbook? Um, I was freaking out. I was hyperventilating. I started to cry. And then hubby came through. He found it in our child's closet. How it got in my son's closet, I don't know. I don't know how it got in the toddler closet, but it got in the toddler closet somehow. But hubby found it, and I had to take a minute before I started this video because I was still kind of hyperventilating and freaking out. And like when I say I was freaking out, like Raynar reached to take the sketchbook to bring it over here for me, and I clung to it for dear life. I didn't want him to take it away. I freaked out. So yeah, I mean, when I say that's therapy for me, I mean it. It is therapy. And if I lose this, I'm gonna flip because yes, I have computer paper, and yes, I have like lined notebook paper that I could use to doodles. But I like to immerse myself in like really like detailed, good stuff. So that's what the sketchbook is for the stuff that I like really want to keep. So if I have, excuse me, if I have an idea that needs to go in the notebook and the notebook's not around, oh, just thinking about it. By the way, I have water today. 20 minutes in, I'm like, oh yeah, water. I have also decided, and I am working on something, excuse me, something for Totally Kathy. She doesn't know what it is. She just knows that I'm working on something. And I'm not going to say what it is. Um, so if you want to know what I did for Kathy, I'm going to do this thing and I'm going to send it to her. And I'm sure she will showcase it on her channel when she gets it, or at least talk about it, because it's going to be a very belated birthday gift. Very belated birthday gift. So I'm working on that. So I'm not, I am working on something. It's just going to take me a while. I'm not touching this notebook for it because if I try to take out pages, I might end up having this thing fall apart. I don't want it to fall apart, so I'm not putting what I'm working for Kathy on in here. Um, but I am working on something for Kathy. I really hope that when it's done and she gets it, she will love it. I hope. Um, it will be, again, a late birthday gift. Um, but I'm really excited. I really wanted to do this for her, so I hope she's gonna like it. I'm enjoying working on it. Okay, guys, so yeah, that was my art. And again, I'm sorry that there wasn't more of it. I wish I still had the stuff I did in high school because that was a lot more. I had a lot more, and my style has changed over the years, and I would have really liked to be able to kind of show how I've changed over the years in my style and everything, but unfortunately, couldn't do that. All right, guys, so that is it for this tea time. Um, I hope everyone has a great first day of fall. Um, it's cold and rainy here. Of course, it's cold and rainy on the first day of fall in Maine. What's it like over where you're at? Is it still warm where you are? Is it getting colder? Are leaves starting to change? Because they've been starting to change here where I live in Maine for a little while. And that window is just glaring bright into my face, and that looks absolutely horrid. Anyway, all right, guys, I hope you all have a great day. Thanks for joining me.